Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy, manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab-certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS WASC గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1844-626-BUDDY.
Hire international teachers who are well-trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour, or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info@testpreppundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
A new wave in the test prep. Test Prep Pundits offer SAT, PSAT, ACT just for $499, with powerful teachers, with top 1 percentile tutors, and powered by stellar digital curriculum. Contact us at info@testpreppundits.com or call at 844-383-7844.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం TTA ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో SPBకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అప్పురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు, మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్టులు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం బడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.
అమెరికాలో నూరి ఫౌండేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో సర్వాంతర్యామి అయిన శ్రీ షిరిడి సాయిబాబా మందిరాన్ని 2001 జూలై 4న బాల్విన్, న్యూయార్క్లో మార్చ్ 2008 ఇస్లిన్, న్యూజెర్సీలో నిర్మించారు. భక్తుల కోరిక మేరకు ప్రతి ఒక్క ఉపాలయంలోనూ అన్ని సన్నిధులను ప్రతిష్ఠించడం జరిగింది. ఎంతో అనుభవం కలిగిన పూజారులతో కార్యక్రమాలను నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. ఇక్కడ కేవలం పూజలే కాకుండా పిల్లలకు బాల వికాస్, సాంస్కృతిక కార్యక్రమాలు, రక్తదాన శిబిరాలు, అన్నదాన కార్యక్రమాలు మరెన్నో నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. భక్తులందరికీ ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ ఇస్లిన్, న్యూజెర్సీ మందిర్, మోర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.shirdisainj.org and for New York Mandir information please visit saimandirus.org.
Back to our talk show with experts. Manato Memman expert Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, thank you so much as always, Andy, for being on this show.
Thanks for inviting me, Garu.
This program has been brought to you by the Test Prep Pundits. They help you achieve the best for your kids on SAT and ACT tests. They're offering SAT long-term English courses for grades 6 through 10. Also includes free mock tests. Please visit their website for more details. Test Prep Pundits is now on a roll. 28% of their students got top 1% scores on October 2nd test. 70% of the test takers got 95 and above percentile. Isn't that amazing and incredible? So do not waste any time. Log on to their website and check out how you can get on board with them. Thanks to their teachers, students, and parents for all their hard work. This program is supported by movers.com and Malabar Jewelers. All right, watch us on Yup TV, Facebook, YouTube, Sling TV, World BBTV, and Dish Network. All right, so coming on to the topic at hand today. Rahul garu, interesting topic. Can I do 2 jobs on an Aos Ead? Now, with the IT demands being super high, it looks like a lot of people have got their EADs and can do 2 jobs on their EAD. If they can, then what are the steps they need to take if they want to do the 2 jobs, or do they not have that option?
The dependent can definitely do 2 jobs at the same time. Absolutely, they can. The primary applicant can also do 2 jobs, but they would be considered to be married to this application as we described. That means that then they are letting the H-1B go, which is not a big deal. I mean, personally, myself, when I was in the adjustment of status, I was a dependent. I got married to the adjustment of status. So they need to, so the primary applicant also can do 2 jobs. Now, if they're maintaining the first job with the main employer and the employer that filed an I-140 and 485, and they're doing a second job in with a different company, though, they don't have to do anything. They're under no obligation to inform anybody. They can do multiple jobs at the same time. If the person is leaving the primary job that for which they filed the 485 and I-140, then it is strongly recommended that they need to file something called 485J supplement. But if they are keeping the job with the same adjustment of status company or the I-140 company and doing another, they absolutely are under no obligation to do anything else.
So we talked about 2 jobs. So are you saying that they can even take like 5 or 6 jobs at the same time?
Of course. My wife gets 8 W-2s though in a year. They can. Okay. Yeah.
She must be a really busy person, Andy. Wow.
She's on call, so she doesn't have she's on call. So whenever she wants, she goes. It depends on the mood she works, and depends on the employers too. Sometimes she gets 8 W-2s a year. Yeah, same thing can happen with these people too.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Rahul Garu, before we go on to our questions for the day, one thing is I definitely want to congratulate you and your team for winning the class action suit on EADs. So based on my understanding, this changes the USCIS interpretation and is helping a lot of people on L2 visa, but not so much for H4 EADs. And Rahul Garu, first of all, congratulations. And I know it's going to benefit tons of people, but can you also explain who are these people who are going to be benefited by this new USCIS interpretation? But before that, let us know what this new interpretation is also.
First of all, it's my business partner, Stephen Brown, who is in charge in our office to take care of this class action suit. Now, according to him, this is just a trial.
Okay.
The movie is coming.
Achha.
There are 2 class action suits we have our office represented people in.
Okay.
One is the H4 and H4 EAD and L2 EAD delays.
Okay.
The second one is that why do we even need the EADs for these individuals though?
Mm-hmm.
So the second one is where we won right now. The first one is still not ruled though. There was a compromise on the second one between us and the USCIS, and the USCIS agreed to the terms. What this does is that if you have L2 approved right now, either let's say you're coming from India on L2, you don't need to apply EAD anymore. There is no L2 EADs anymore now.
Okay, but does that mean they can work?
You just show the L2s, that is automatically considered as a work permit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, just like the way H1s, there is no separate EADs, right? So H1 is automatically an EAD. Now for L2s also, if the L2 is approved, either if they have a valid identity for L2, they don't need any more EADs right now. So that's definitely a good victory for L2 visas. Now, when it comes to the H4 though, a lot of people are in the misconception that, yeah, they don't need EADs. No, H4 EAD people, here is the thing though. If they have a valid H4 status and their EAD extension is pending.
Okay.
Their EAD extension is pending. Then they can work up to 180 days after the EAD expires.
Okay.
So normally this will be helpful. Let's say, for example, somebody's EAD is expiring in January of 2022.
Right.
Let's say, for example, their spouse's H1B has already approved. They can go to India, Mexico, or Canada and get the H4 stamping and come back into the United States and apply the EAD before the EAD expires. Extension.
Okay.
This is only for the extension people, not the initial filing people though.
Right.
So they must have a valid EAD, they must have a valid H4, and they must file an extension before their EAD expires. Then they can work up to 180 days. Now this is just a second class litigation our law office has filed. The first one is still yet to be decided. So that has more to do with the delay of the H4 EADs or L2. Well, now L2 EADs is no longer matter right now, so that's been taken off. So that will be more ruling on H4 EADs. So we'll have to see how the judge decides on that.
Awesome, Andy. Thank you so much. And again, let me congratulate you and your team. Rahul Garu, just for some of our viewers that do not possibly know the concept of a class action lawsuit, can you just briefly let them know what this means, Andy?
Class action means when we file a court case, so normally we have a plaintiff. The plaintiff, we file only on behalf of our clients, the people who pay us the money. Right? Obviously. So we represent them and we try to benefit them though.
Correct.
But class action means we are filing not just on behalf of the clients though, we are filing on behalf of everybody.
Right.
And we are representing all H4s, all L2 EADs. If somebody wants to exclude themselves saying that I don't want to be part of it, they have to exclude them. Of course, the judge has to rule that whether we will be eligible to represent their best interest or not. Once the judge accepts it, then it will be a class action. Everybody will benefit through that thing, not just the plaintiffs that are there. Obviously, in this class action, we didn't charge any money. We did it for free. But but in general, though, this class action means it's applicable to everybody. Yes, we did file H4EAD litigation previously for individual clients, but because of the USCIS is playing cat and mouse game, so what we did is that we sued them in the class action. So
Right.
that's where these victories, this is the first victory that we got in the class action. But as Stephen Brown said, this is just a trial. The movie is yet to be, you have to yet to watch the movie. That is coming next.
Yes, I think Stephen Brown is also watching some Shah Rukh Khan movies because he's saying, picture abhi baki hai mere dost. All right. And on that note, let's start with our callers, Andy. Let's take our first caller for the day. Caller with phone number ending in 6766. We're ready for you now.
Yeah. Namaskar, Anita Garu and Rahul Garu. How are you?
Finally. Please go ahead.
I had an interview on Friday with the family, and it took almost 2.5 hours because the officer was a little old one, and he went through all the documentation and all that. And he has raised RFE regarding rather 3 things, but the major 2 are the 485J, but I have not changed the job any time from the time I have joined the company. So I was worrying that is this normal?
Wait. At the time when you filed the 485, did you file the 485J supplement or not?
No, because only 485 was filed.
Wait. At the time when you filed the 485, did you file the I-140 downgrade or straight 485?
It's straight, and I-140 was approved in 2015.
Got it. So you should have filed the 485J supplement, though. I don't know why your lawyer did not file it. If you are filing a standalone 485, you are supposed to file a 485J supplement. Even though you never change the job, you should file 485J supplement along with the 485. That's a very correct RFE. Your lawyer should have detected it. What's the next one?
Okay, the second one was the officer has asked I-864 for all the members of the family, though it was filed with the 485. Maybe he needed the updated one.
I-864, this guy is out of his mind. He doesn't know what he's speaking about. I-864 is not. I-864 is, you don't need to file 864. In the response to the RFP, your lawyer can respond to that thing. One thing, your lawyer did a mistake. The second thing, the officer did a big mistake. Both did the mistake in this one. By any chance, is the owners of the company relatives of you?
Not at the time of when I joined the company, but now my brother is owner of the company.
Ah, okay.
What owner?
I take back what I said on what the officer did, though. Especially when the owner is a relative, they can ask for the I-864. I take back what I said on the officer. Okay? Next person, please.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller.
Nitya, before I go, I want to explain that I-864, only when the owners of the company are related to the employees, that is applicable, the I-864. It's not applicable to rest of the people.
Got it.
So this officer definitely is very thorough. He's very smart. He asks the right questions. I take back what I said because I didn't know that, his brother is a owner of the company now.
Got it. A very valid question, Andy. And on that note, I have another question for you. This question is from Ramya. She says, priority date is not current. EB3 priority date is August of 2012. My case was received at the San Bernardino field office on 28th of October 2021 when my priority date was still current. Will they still continue processing my case?
When Ramya Garu, I don't know what she meant by processing. They will be continuing issuing EAD and advance parole for sure. They may even interview you, though, even if the final action date is not current. They may still interview. What they cannot do is approve your green card. That's the only thing that they cannot do. Of course, that's exactly what you want them to do. If the final action date is not current, they cannot adjudicate your application.
Got it. All right, let's take our caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 4930. We're ready for you now. Caller
Hi,
with
sir.
phone ending 4930. Hello, sir.
Hello. Hi, Nitya Garu.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for helping our community. Hello, sir. Rahul, sir. I have a question. Last year, I downgraded from EB2 to EB3, and my I-140 is approved, and I have received a EAD cards in Aos EADs. So I didn't submit a medicals at the time. So recently, I submitted my medicals interfiling. I didn't get RFE, but I went for the medical interfiling. So last week I checked with the EMA, then they said the medicals are not attached to my file. So last call you were mentioning in FOIA, I can request the FOIA for the medicals is attached or not. So which option do we need to select in a FOIA? I was trying to submit a request. Is it a 485?
485 application.
485. So once I submit and along with my family members also, I can get it, or individually we need to submit?
Individually you have to submit for each person. Each person.
Individually. Okay. I will do that one. And the EAD one, I'm trying to go to the India for visiting purpose. So when we were coming back, so if I use the combo card in a port of entry, so automatically my work authorization will go to the EAD, or can I continue the work in H1 once I come?
Technically speaking, you would be considered to be married to the EAD application. There are ways to get around that, but you and your spouse, your family will be technically married to the 485 application.
So I can't use the H1 once I come back to
You can extend it though. You can extend it. They can, but they cannot extend the H4. There are some ways to extend it, but at the time when you come into the country, until you extend it, you will be considered to be an EAD.
Oh, EAD. Okay, so I need to update my I-9 once I come in the country using the.
If you want, you can do so if you want to. Let's go to the next one.
If I don't want, okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I-9 is the responsibility of the employer, not employee.
All right, let's take our next caller, Andy. Rahul, I have a question. This is from Srini Rao. He says, filed the 485 recently. How long can the primary applicant stay in India? No advance parole or EAD?
No advance parole in EAD. Well, I'm assuming that he's going to go for H1B stamping and coming back though. I would, first of all, he should continue doing the job. He should continue getting paid. These two things are absolutely necessary. I definitely recommend to keep it less than 3 months.
Oh, okay.
If it is more than 3 months, I would like him to contact the lawyer. And in these 3 months, he still will have a job and he should still get paid. These are the two things that absolutely are required.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 2683. Caller with number ending in 2683. We're ready for you. Hello?
Hello. How are you?
We're fine, sir. Thank you. Please go ahead, sir.
I have a question about my I-94 was expired on July. That time the H1 extension will be the better idea, like that my employer, my attorney told. That's why I waited for that. Still I have a H1B stamping up to January 2022. They are not allowed to go to Mexico and get the I-94 renewed. But after applying the extension, they got RFE. I don't know what the RFE was. Then after responding the RFE from the attorney, it came without I-94. It was mentioned I have to go to counselor.
Wait, did you file the extension before your I-94 expired or after I-94 expired?
After I-94 expired.
Well, I know the reason why they gave you I know the reason why they gave you without I-94. But go ahead with your question.
Yeah. Now my attorney and the employer told to go to, if you have valid stamping, you can go out of the country and come back, like Mexico or somewhere. I went to Cancun and I came back. The port of entry, they gave I-94 up to the 2024 with the new I-797.
Okay. What's your question?
Then employer told you can continue the work because you got the I-94 like that.
Yeah. Since you got the I-94 with the company on a H-1B right now, you can continue to work. They are right.
Okay. The attorney told we can do amendment to get the I-94. This is necessary, or I can continue?
No. It's right now you have an I-94. You told me they gave it to you until 2024. I'm assuming that you can check it online in the I-94. Then you don't need any amendment right now. Let's go to the next person.
All right. Go for stamping, I can get the stamping, or it will be the issue of the consulate. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling in.
You got the I-94. You can work right now.
Okay. All right. On to our next caller, Randy. And in the meantime, Rahul Garu, I have a question for you. This is from Ram Raju. Says, hi, my spouse is on change of status, F1B to H1B, visiting India for the visa stamping, filed my I-485 recently. No AP or EAD. Does traveling to India without AP cause her 485 to be abandoned by the USCIS?
No, the 485 will not be considered to be abundant, though. It's only advanced parole that is considered to be abundant. But here is the risk that he's taking. What if they don't stamp the H-1B? Would you give up the entire green card, and will you, the whole family be willing to stay in India? That's a problem, because then she will be na garka, na gatka. She won't get the H-1B. Her advanced parole will most probably be denied. So what is she going to do? So I don't know why they can't have some patience and get the advanced parole and then go and get the H-1B stamping. If you get the H-1B stamping failed, you come back in advanced parole.
Right. That makes sense. All right. Ram Raju, if you're watching this, you now know what to do. And let's take our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 8444. Caller with phone number ending in 8444. We're ready for you now. Hello. All right, let's wait for this caller, maybe put him or her on hold for now. Let's take another question, Andy. Rahul Garu, this is a question from Pradeep R. It says, after a downgrade from EB2 to EB3, do you lose the eligibility to interfile 485 again on EB2 if you use 485J to change job after 6 months?
First is, if you are working with the same company, for you to interfile under EB2, you can. But if you have changed the company to a different company, and if you want to interfile using the I-140 EAD, if you want to interfile with the EB2, just hold on for
a second, sir. Can you please hold on? We're just in the middle of one more question.
So if they move to a different company, though, he cannot interfile using the previous company's I-140, because that I-140 belongs to the previous company. He cannot use it to interfile with the new company.
Okay. Awesome, Andy. Let's go to our caller. Caller with phone number ending in 8444. We're ready for you now, sir. Hello? Sir, star 600 to unmute your line. Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Rahul and Nicha. This is Ramesh. I have filed my EB3 downgrade with adjustment of status in October 30th of 2020. And my son is at age 20 at the time, and that downgrade I-140 approved in November 3rd now. Just my priority date just retrogressed. Priority date is December 2nd, 2013.
Oh God! Wait. So in November they approved your I-140. So technically speaking, about the final action dates and your I-140 approval, both of them were not. They did not link at the same time. They were linked 2 days afterwards. So definitely he is not locked yet. Okay, you got that point straight. Okay. Next.
Okay.
What's your question?
Yeah, that's the question actually. Will his age be locked or not?
No, his age is not locked because your I-140 is not approved in October. October it was correct, right?
Yeah, in September and October, both it is current.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In November, it's not current.
Yeah.
He's not locked.
Okay.
And you know that
I tried premium processing from August onwards.
Unfortunately,
repeatedly.
This is like, it's like, this is like, what would you say? I mean, you sit in the coconut, in the coconut tree, and the coconut falls down on your head. You're very unlucky. I mean, it has to fall at the correct moment at that time. Could it have not approved on October 30th? It would have been much better for you. But you are really unfortunate. But one thing, that his CSPA age, he's going to become 21 when he's almost 22. You know that is right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
One more year he gets.
Yeah, you hope that the final action dates will become current, and keep writing the letters to the Congress. Have him write the letter to the congressman.
Oh,
next person.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
very,
much for calling.
Very, very unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. That's, yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay. All right, Andy. On to our next caller. But in the meantime, I have a question. This is from 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓. Says, what's your suggestion on transitioning to using EAD and having H1 as a backup? Our lawyers have recommended staying on the H1B. What's the use of EAD if that's the case? I think this is a question. Answer again and again.
Well, I still want you to maintain the H1B. Sorry, EAD. If your lawyer wants to make money and he wants to maintain H1B, that's up to him and up to you, though. But personally, from my side, I want you to maintain the EAD. I want you to maintain the advance parole. Here is a reason, though. What if you want to switch the company? That's one thing. Second thing, what if you want to travel and there are no appointment dates there for you? So these things, and the filing fees is free. I mean, you don't pay any money for EAD and advance parole. So if you're telling that, why do I need EAD? No, you will need EAD. Why do you need H1B? Well, that question you should ask your lawyer. But from my side, keep the EAD and advance parole for the entire family active. And before it expires, you need to file before it expires.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller with the phone number ending in 6308. We're ready for you now. Please press *6 to unmute your line, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 6308. Hello?
Hi, Andy.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi, Nitya Garu and Rahul Garu. Thanks for helping the community, Andy. My question is, I got my EB1A I-140 self-petition approved, Andy. Right now, I'm about to file the 485 adjustment of the I-485. I have a two-part question. The first part is, my wife is on the derivative applicant. Can she change her jobs after filing the AOS?
She's an H1B or something like that?
Yeah, she's on H1B, yes.
Absolutely, she can. No problem. None whatsoever at all.
Another part of the question is, now I know that the declaration of self-sufficiency has been removed. And so part of this, do we still need to provide the tax returns and the bank statements?
No, sir. You do not require to provide the tax returns, bank statements. You don't have to do it. Absolutely, you don't have to. And you do not have to even file. I'm getting a lot of questions I see online that when does a 485J supplement need to be filed? In your case, so since you're a self-petition, you're exempt. You do not have to even file a 485J supplement.
Okay. So one last question, just the prediction question. What are the chances of the EB1A currently being retrogressed in the future, near future?
Very less chances,
India.
At least for you though, for the people who have got the priority date, let's say for example, you got in October of 2021, for you though, it's very less chance, and that too, it may happen somewhere in July or August of 2023. That's when you can expect if your green card is not approved by that time.
Okay, so thank you so much, Andy. Thank you both of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy.
Nitya Garu, with your permission.
Yes, sir.
With your permission, I just want to, a lot of questions are coming on the 485J supplement though. Standalone 485 applications need to file 485J. If you're filing an I-140, whether it's a downgrade or whatever the reason that you're filing along with the I-140, you do not need 485J supplement to be filed. The reason is that if the I-140 has been filed, the employer is telling that the job offer is there at the time of filing the 485. But if the I-140 is not filed, where is the declaration from the employer? Everything is employee. There is no employer signature anywhere. So the only employer signature is 485J. So that's the reason when you file a 485 standalone, you need to have the 485J supplement.
Okay, gotcha. All right, Rahul Garu, before we take our next caller, I have a question for you. This is from Pujita. She says, if Plan C parole for people before 2011 gets approved, is there any benefit for people waiting in the GC backlog?
No, we don't have any benefit because they're not giving the green cards though. In the Plan C, they're just only providing them the EAD cards. They're not giving them the green cards.
Okay.
So these people who are ahead of you will not be kicked out of the line. They still are in the line.
Okay, gotcha. All righty, let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 7155. We're ready for you now. Caller with phone number ending in 7155. *6 Andy to unmute your line. *6 to unmute your line. All right, let's take another question in the meantime, but *6 to unmute your line, sir. This is a question from, hold on, I think he's unmuted. Hello?
Yeah, thanks Nitya, and then thanks Rahul for all you do to the community. Sure, I have a follow-up question on the H4 EAD that you explained us. Just a question on when the spouse needs to travel out of the country, because in my case, my wife's EAD is expiring in June, and we are planning to put my H1B extension in premium sometime in January, December. And she will get her H4 I-797 immediately, and we're also planning to apply for her new H4 EAD immediately sometime in January or February. So by the time her current EAD expires in June, can she still go ahead for 180 days, or she has to travel out of the country and come back?
No, she still needs to travel outside the country. The reason is that after June of 2022, she doesn't have the H4.
Okay.
Because you're filing H4 and EAD together, most probably H4 is not approved. If the H4 is approved, EAD will be approved. So she cannot, if in these circumstances where she has not traveled outside the country, she cannot continue working after the EAD expires. So somewhere between January and June, if she travels and uses your H1B to get the H4 extended, that will be until June of 2025, right? That's when your 3 years will expire. Then when she comes back from June to December, even if the EAD is not approved, she can continue working because her extension is pending and she has the H4.
Okay. So Rahul, but if we apply the H4 separately and not the EAD, so that time then there will not be a necessity for her to travel, right?
Then no, still she can. The reason why you're traveling is to get the EAD. If you don't apply the EAD extension, she cannot work, period. She cannot work after June.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm confusing you.
No,
actually, what we do is we always apply the H4 and H1 and H4 together, and once we get the H4, then we applied EAD separately.
Never. Like that is a wrong. That is a wrong way of applying. Anyway, you should apply H1, H4, and EAD together, because then it takes longer time to get the EAD.
Okay. Because some of our companies, they don't allow to do the
If they
H4
don't
EAD
allow
together,
it,
right?
if they don't allow it, tell them not to file the H4. You can file the H4 and EAD by yourself.
Okay.
You can contact any lawyer, they can file it. H1B has, you have to go with the lawyer. H4 plus EAD, you can file it with your H4 and EAD, you can file independently, yes.
Okay. Sure. Thanks, Rahul.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab-certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS వాస్క్ గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1844-626-BUDDY.
Hire international teachers who are well trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour, or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info@testpreppundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
A new wave in the test prep. Test Prep Pundits offer SAT, PSAT, ACT just for $499, with powerful teachers, with top 1 percentile tutors, and powered by stellar digital curriculum. Contact us at info@testpreppundits.com or call at 844-383-7844.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం TTA ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో SPBకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అప్పురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు, మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్ట్లు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం వడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.
అమెరికాలో నూరి ఫౌండేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో సర్వాంతర్యామి అయిన శ్రీ షిరిడి సాయిబాబా మందిరాన్ని 2001 జూలై 4న బాల్విన్ న్యూయార్క్ లో మార్చ్ 2008 ఇస్లిన్ న్యూజెర్సీలో నిర్మించారు. భక్తుల కోరిక మేరకు ప్రతి ఒక్క ఉపాలయంలోనూ అన్ని సన్నిధులను ప్రతిష్ఠించడం జరిగింది. ఎంతో అనుభవం కలిగిన పూజారులతో కార్యక్రమాలను నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. ఇక్కడ కేవలం పూజలే కాకుండా పిల్లలకు బాల వికాస్, సాంస్కృతిక కార్యక్రమాలు, రక్తదాన శిబిరాలు, అన్నదాన కార్యక్రమాలు మరెన్నో నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. భక్తులందరికీ ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ ఇస్లిన్ న్యూజెర్సీ మందిర్, మోర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.shirdi.
Go ahead, Satya garu. Q ivara.
Satya garu just say roll camera and then I think
𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏org. And for New York Mandir information, please visit saimandirus.org.
% సర్టిఫైడ్ ప్రెషియస్ స్టోన్ మరియు అన్కట్ డైమండ్ ఆభరణాల అపూర్వమైన కలెక్షన్. బైబ్యాక్ గ్యారంటీతో పాటు జెమ్ స్టోన్ జ్యువెలరీ ఫెస్టివల్ మలబార్ గోల్డెన్ డైమండ్స్ లో.
Bridal jewelry by Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top...
The show, let's continue with our callers and our questions. And let's take our next caller to the show. Caller with phone number ending in 3955. We're ready for you now, sir. Hello? *6 Andy to unmute your line. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Rahul garu. Na question vachesi regarding this 180-day auto extension. Like I filed my H4 and H4EAD in September along with my husband's H1B. Adi like husband H1B approve అయిపోయిందండి. నాది ఇంకా పెండింగ్ లో ఉంది. బట్ దీనికోసం నేను లైక్ బార్డర్ క్రాస్ చేసి ఐడెంటిఫై అప్డేట్ చేయించుకుందాం అనుకుంటున్నాను. సో
మీ ఐడెంటిఫై ఎప్పుడు ఎక్స్పైర్ అయ్యిందండి?
February 2022.
Okay. For people though, for some people they're extending it when you go to Mexico and come back. For some people they're only giving until February of 2022. Now, there is no strict policy from the CBP that they should give a H4 until 2024 for you. There's no strict policy for them on that thing. So for some people at this point of time, we're only noticing 10% of the people are getting it.
Okay.
So, and so give us a feedback. If you go to Mexico and come back, they will give it to you until February. You won't lose anything for sure. But give us a feedback to us once you come back, how it went for you. Because, you know, we learn. I mean, we are here to learn. Me and Nitya are here to learn too from your feedback.
Absolutely.
So if you, but best source would be that if you're eligible for the drop box, you may want to go to India and get back before February. That probably is a better source for you.
Okay. So, if I go for the stamping in India and come back, Andy, like, should I again apply for H4 EAD or will my current one
you're
be...
fine. With your current one, you're good.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And I don't get any query saying that, I'll get new I-94 number kada. So any query or RFC?
Sometimes they may, you already got the H4, you don't need this H4. They may deny it. Sometimes they may ask you to update it, but you will not be in any trouble whatsoever at all if you come back on H4. Your EAD will be adjudicated accordingly, and you can continue working for a period of 6 months after June, because your H4 validity is available for you. Your H4 EAD extension is still pending. So under this rule, you will benefit if you go for stamping in India and come back.
So, so just to, update, like, still sure. My H4 EAD, whichever I applied, is valid, right?
Is good, even is valid. That is right.
Okay.
That is right, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. And Rahul Garu, there's a question from Ramesh. Says, my priority date is 2018 on EB2. Is it a good time to change employer full-time, as there are few discussions on the immigration bills?
I would hold on until January to make my decision, though. January is just around the corner, because a lot of things are moving in Washington, D.C. right now.
So, sir, is that when the voting is happening on this bill, or what's
yes,
going on?
we have seen the infrastructure bill already passed. It passed through Senate with 69 votes. It passed through the House and did not have any problem in it. It passed through that bill. I mean, it's a $1.7 trillion bill, somewhere around that. I don't know how to count the zeros, so I'm not even a mathematics student. But next bill, which is also budget reconciliation or build better, those things will be voted soon. Yes or no, we will come to know by January. That's the projection. So now the Senate has given, the House has given their deadlines. Of course, you know how these deadlines are. They keep extending the deadlines. For sure, it seems to be that they have given themselves a deadline of December 1st week right now. Let's hope so. Things will pass through in this. Now, there are a lot of debate whether all the senators will accept it, especially the West Virginia senator, because none of the Republicans are backing on this bill. We need 50 votes to get it. So the West Virginia senator is asking, how will this not be a budget deficit? That means the taxes collected are lower than the expenditure they are being spent. So Nancy Pelosi and these people need to work and show him how this is not going to be deficit in tax collection, though. So once they are satisfied with it, they will vote it. And also, this is a time, Nithya Garu, where all the people should be well aware. Now, we need to get our immigration things included. Of course, we see Plan A, Plan B failed, Plan C. Now we are obviously Plan. You know, we should try to emphasize they can always put these things in the last minute. They can bypass the parliamentarian on these things. So a lot of things are in the bill, including the electric vehicles tax credit and certain other union issues and other things are there. But our thing, we should keep fighting. We have given the draft to the people. Especially, we have known that one gentleman, he got his I-140 in November. His kid may be kicked out. So we may need to save all these people. And we need to get all these pipeline people get the green card, and also a lot of provision. Especially, I love the House bill. I mean, if we can get those provisions into the Senate, then we are good enough. We don't have to worry for the next 10 years.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, Andy. Let's take our caller. Caller with number ending in 7762. Andy, we're ready for you now. Please press *6 to unmute your line. Caller with phone number ending in 7762. So while we're waiting on this caller, I have a question. This is from JJ. Says, what is the usual time frame within which you receive the receipt number or date after filing at Texas Louisville?
Now it's back to Kukkatoka Wankarannattu. Texas went back to the old method. We are receiving applications that were filed in the last week of September. and first week of October right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how. And in between, the Texas was very good.
Yeah. Okay. So it's okay. All right. Let's take a caller, Andy. So caller with the phone number ending in 7762. Yeah, we're ready for you now. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Rahul, Nitya, and Tvasia. Thank you for your wonderful service. So this is actually for, I'm asking for my friend. This is about the kid age lockout. So basically, he's working for a company A, which is a subsidiary for a company B, from 2014 till 2019. In 2019, he has been moved to the main company B. At that, basically, he got his H1B and I-140 with the company A. When they moved to company B, they transferred his H1B, but they didn't transfer I-140. But in 2020, his date was EB3. So his date was current, and when they tried to apply 485, then they found, okay, the I-140 was not moved. So at that time, they filed I-140. Still, he is waiting for the approval. The question here is, his kid is like not now 17-year-old. His age is locked, or he has to get the new 140 approval, and that his kid will be like not locked.
Good question. His I-140 has to be approved for the age to get locked, and the final action date has to be current. Both has to be done. If the final action date is not current, don't try to premium process that, okay? Don't try to premium process. Remember the other gentleman, he got it approved in November. He should not have, he thought that it would be approved by October. So if the final action date is not current, don't premium process that. But right now, the kid's age is not locked.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, he actually filed premium processing recently, but he got RFP. So I think his lawyer is responding to that.
Let me ask you, what is his priority date though?
October 2010 EB3.
Oh, his final action date is current. So yeah, that's good. Yes. He's good. He's good to respond to RFP as soon as possible. Yeah.
Okay, but the age is not locked. Okay.
Age is not locked. Once the I-140 is approved, final action date is current, the age will be locked.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All the very best to your friend. Let's take our next caller, Randy. Rahul Garu, I have a question for you. This is from SJU. Says, can my current company revoke my Aos Ead renewal application after I quit them, or should I wait to get the Aos Ead renewal approved before changing my job?
Good question. No, they cannot revoke your EAD while it's pending. After it's approved, they cannot do it. You can move while the extension is pending. You can still work on the EAD up to 180 days. This is adjustment of status EAD extension. So absolutely no problem. Nobody can revoke it. Only you can do it.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, sir. And on that note, let's take our caller, Randy. Caller with phone number ending in 4624. Caller with phone number ending in 4624. We're ready for you now. *6 Randy to unmute your line. *6 to unmute your line. Okay. I have a question, Randy. This is from H1 Pro. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Nitya Garu and Rahul Garu. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure,
so I have a question. I'm on H4B. I'm on H4 right now, and I had my approved H1B as well. I used 2 years of time, then moved to H4, and I used 3 years. I'm on H4 like for 3 years. So how much time is left on my H1B? I don't have I-140 approved. So if I switch back to H1B?
4 years.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You can switch back anytime you want to. There is no limit after 3 years. People say after 6 years. But you have only 4 years unless your I-140 is approved. And you're not subject to lottery.
Thanks. Okay. So one last question. So if the after 6 years also, if I move back to H1B, will I still get the time I spent on H4?
Only 4 years. You'll only get only 4 years of H1B.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take our next caller. In the meantime, Rahul Garu, the question from H1 Bro says, I applied 485 last month, September of 2021. Can I change the team or manager within the same company? Title and job description might change a little bit from developer to senior developer. Please advise.
The incidental increments in the job positions are considered to be fine.
Okay.
So based on my understanding, the way I read is that he's still in the same profession as what he is. So according to my reading, and we never had to argue this with the USCIS, as long as they're in the same profession, we never had to make any argument either, because we are always winning. Why make an argument and waste clients' money for it? So we have never had an issue though. Although some of the lawyers, for meeting money, they just want to have that create a problem. If I were your lawyer, I would say you're fine.
Okay.
I mean, every day your job duties will change, Nitya. I mean,
are
we robots, like, where, things will be done exactly. Every single day it's a job duty. Our job duties, every single day we have to improve upon.
Right.
And if especially your technology sector people have to have much more development than us, like lawyers, we are backward. Ours is the second oldest profession.
Right.
Yours is a new profession with a high demand. Technology is saying things change. A lot of things are coming. You're not going to be doing the same job every single month. Of course not. So that's an incremental development. And going to the higher level is perfectly okay in the green card application.
Also possibly encouraged, right? Because you don't want to see a candidate that's been, like, especially in the IT world, that's been in the same designation for over 4 or 5 years. So, okay, on that note, let's go to our next caller. Ready? Caller with phone number ending in 6508. We're ready for you now. Caller with phone number ending in 6508. Please press *6 and 8 to unmute your line.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Nitya. Hi, Rahul. Thanks for your service. I had two questions. One is my EAD is approved, me and my wife. My priority date is 2013 March. My wife's priority date is EB2 2016 July. So if I start using my EAD, will she be also converted to that EAD, or she can just stay on H1B?
She can stay on H1B. She can stay on H1B.
Okay. Okay. And my second question is now looking at the dates, EB2 is moving ahead. So my company has, I guess, amended my 140. So how to check whether my EB2 140 is revoked?
Are you sure they amended it? Have you sure that they didn't file a new application?
I don't know, because they said, when I asked them, they said your EB2 will be cancelled, so you'll be on EB3. So how to know that whether,
You can file a freedom of information, get the file of the I-140. It will tell you whether they filed as a new application or an amendment application.
Okay, no problem. And if it is amended, then I have to basically go back and again do the EB2 thing, right?
That is exactly right.
The whole thing.
Yeah, and the next time, don't do amendment, file a new application.
No, they did not. It's a contracting company, so they don't do that, they said. So I was okay with that. Okay. Thought of everybody will get the green card.
Yeah, in October of 2020, though, a lot of these lawyers are not aware of whether they should do new application or amendment. As you recall, we've been telling that new application, and then there are rumors saying that AILA is reporting that all the applications are getting rejected. False rumors have been spread around. One AILA guy filed everything wrong, and then he said, my I-140 is rejected. So there's a panic around at that time. We kept on telling at that time, file as a new application. We have been telling, and no problem with it. So now, though, we are in 2021, though, a lot of those lawyers who did not do these kind of jobs before, now they know that they can do it. So even though they may have done wrongly in October of 2020, Now they're not doing, because now you see all these things getting approved, not getting rejected by the US CIS, and this can be done now. People got the green cards too. So that's the reason why they are now of a different frame set of mind than what they were in October 2020.
Yeah, and is there like if I go and, because my EB2 140 got approved last November, I changed my employer and I got my 140 done in last November. So I see that EB2 like it is still I can see the status, but there is no status which is saying that it is cancelled.
Get the freedom of information. You'll get an idea what it is. That's the best thing.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, I have a question. This is from Nag Tota. Says, my priority date is April 2015. Filed the I-140 downgrade in August of 21. Hoping my date may be current. Do you see any concerns with continuing my I-140 downgrade application from the way things are moving right now?
Absolutely, I don't see any concerns though. It's a good thing that you did it, that you have this extra EB3 right now available for you. Expecting that only EB2 is going to move forward is not correct though. Okay, it has never been correct though. If you've seen past 2 years, EB2 and EB3 has been switching around. It's been switching around. And it's going to happen, even though a lot of people are projecting that the EB2 is going to go forward, my assumption would be that it will be very similar to LA, Los Angeles highway. I mean, one lane moves, then another stops, you try to move, it will be. So to be available EB2 and EB3, you are in best situation right now to use any of the things, whichever comes first.
All right, awesome, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 7315. We're ready for you now. Caller with phone number ending in 7315. We're ready for you. Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, thanks, Nitya and Rahul Garu for your services. My question is, I EB2 downgrade and I received EAD and AP, but the dates retrogressed. And while this was going on, I applied for a position wherein I had to move to a manager position. So my question is, if I'm in the same employer, there's a salary increment, and if I have to move to a manager position, do I have to file H1 amendment now, or can I just continue with the same? Because I plan to travel too, and this came in as a surprise opportunity. So that's my first question.
There is a different rule when it comes to the 485 application as when it comes to the H1B. H1B is a little bit more stricter of filing an amendment. Green card is very, very, very flexible. So now the question is, if you want to maintain the H1B plus the adjustment of status EAD though, you may have to file an amendment, especially if the salary increase is more than 20% or so. Even if it's if position improvements, and I'm just telling 20% as a benchmark, even if it's lower, sometimes you have to file an amendment. But as far as the green card is concerned, you don't have to do anything. I made some suggestions with whether you should use the Aos Ead or want to continue the H1. I want you to watch that video. You can just Google it out in the YouTube. So if you want to maintain the H1B, you may have to file an amendment. But since you already have that,
I'm planning to. Yeah, I also have a EB2 140, so I was eventually planning to refile the application when my EB2 becomes current. I'm like 2013 July. So
yeah, if you want to refile, if you want to refile, you may have to file an amendment.
Oh, I'll have to file an amendment, but I have a stamping also booked. I was planning to go to India next month, so I have to do amendment and then go, or can I come back?
That is right.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, then you have to go. You have to file an amendment, then go.
Oh, and while amendment is in progress, can I travel and do H1 stamping using the old 797 approach?
It is strictly not recommended. Can you technically do it? You may be able to. But here, what you're telling is that you're going to USCIS and requesting that, hey, I changed my job position. Can you approve it for it? And now you're going to a different department and telling that, well, it's pending there, but you approve it. They didn't approve it, but why didn't you approve it? because USCIS is better situated to find out whether or not this amendment is approved or not. The State Department, the consulate is not in a better situation, especially when there is an approval from USCIS. Then the Department of State, that is a consulate office, have better discretion for them to approve it. So you're giving a good chance for them to deny it. Next person will go.
No?
Yes.
All right, let's take our next caller, Andy. And in the meantime, Rahul Garu, I have a question for you. This is from Matthew Emmanuel. I think this is kind of in relation with your class action settlement. Says wife's H4 and H4 EAD expired on September of 2021. H4 renewal and has been applied in April of 2021 and approved in October 2021. H4 EAD renewal applied standalone in June of 21, but not approved yet. As per the settlement, can she work now?
Wait. The H4 extension, H4 extension is approved.
Okay.
Is it right? H4 extension is approved.
Yes. H4 renewal, he says.
H4 renewal is approved. Okay, that's good. And EAD, the EAD.
Standalone. Yeah.
Standalone EAD is still pending. And it was filed before the EAD expires.
Yeah. Wait. The standalone was filed in June of 2021.
And the EAD expires in September of 2021.
October. Yeah, October of 2021.
October of 2021.
Yeah.
One thing I am not sure at this point of time is, does it work retroactively though? Because this rule came on Friday. I'm sorry, I'm not knowledgeable at this point of time. If you can drop an email to me at info@rnlawgroup.com, I won't charge you any money. I will respond to you, info@rnlawgroup.com. Give me the exact question the way you said to me, and then I'll respond to you.
Awesome, Monday. So Matthew Garu, if you're watching this, please do take this opportunity and send in the email so that Rahul Garu can help you out. All right, on that note, let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 6640. We're ready for you now.
Hello, Nitya Garu.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, so please go ahead.
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Hello, sir. My question, actually, I have two questions. One with the follow-up is, we filed my wife's, I guess we filed 485 last year under my wife's EB3, and that date retrogressed. And however, my EB2 date is current right now, and we are planning to interfile so I could become a primary and she would become a derivative. But the question is, like,
I do not
know that there's
I do not, switching the main person, do not do interfiling. File entirely new application.
Yeah, that was one of the options we discussed, but the attorney from my company, they are just only willing to do interfile. They are not willing to do a new filing.
I cannot agree with that.
Yeah.
I would rather not file anything, not do anything, rather than interfile it in your circumstances.
Okay. Would that like create, I guess?
Yeah, it will create a confusion. There is no system that they'll be able to do it. One time I did it. It took like 7 years. And then I told them, get on to H1 and H4, get them back and file the 485. That is a nightmare. And then file the 485 application for them.
What they are suggesting, they're just giving me a guidelines. There's one of the USCIS, like a manual, and they're referring one of the sections.
I won't do it. I'm not telling it's completely illegal, but I won't do it.
But like, just wanted to get hypothetical, just in case if we do it.
I would not recommend that you do it and mess it up.
Okay. I just wanted to understand like a situation, like just in case, even though we were just going to think about it again, but just in case if we have to do it, then
don't do it. If you want to bang your head, and you're a kid and I'm an adult responsible, I won't allow you, period. If somebody, your mom, your dad allows you, that's up to the kids, mom and dad, not me. Under my jurisdiction, when you're calling me, you're asking me, I will not allow you to bang your kid, period. When you hand over the kid to me, that's the way I treat. Okay. Now, when he's at you, it's up to you what you want to do. I will not tell you that you can file. You should file it, sir. Don't do it. Next person, let's go.
Thank you so much for calling, Andy. I know we have a ton more callers and a ton of more questions that's coming in through the live chat, but unfortunately we're all out of time today. Rahul Garu, thank you so much as always, Andy, for being so upfront and straight with all of our viewers, whether they like the answers or not. We really appreciate you for that. And once again, congratulations to your entire team on winning that class action lawsuit. And I hope the next trial and judgment that also does come out in our favor. So, wishing you and your team all the best for that. And incidentally, today is Children's Day in India. I think Pandit Nehru's birthday. So my dad called me and wished me. He said, Happy Children's Day. Okay. I was like, wow, okay. I totally forgotten about that. But to all of you watching, Happy Children's Day. Hope all of you had a great Diwali. I did some sparklers. Rahul Garu, I don't know how you celebrated.
I don't know. No, I went to a party. That's all I did.
Okay, nice. So we had a bunch of kids and we did a lot of fireworks, so that was fun. But I'm excited for the season, Andy, because there's like so many holidays that are coming up. Always look forward to this time of the year. And I know Thanksgiving is also coming up next. So on that note, we will be back next week at the same place, same time. And we will see you, and Rahul Garu will be here to answer all of your questions. So till next week, this is Nitya and Rahul Garu signing off. Ta-da.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy, manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab-certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Golden Diamonds.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS వాస్క్ గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1-844-626-BUDDY.
Hire international teachers who are well trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour, or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info@testpreppundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
A new wave in the test prep. Test Prep Pundits offer SAT, PSAT, ACT just for $499, with powerful teachers, with top 1 percentile tutors, and powered by stellar digital curriculum. Contact us at info@testpreppundits.com or call at 844-383-7844.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం TTA ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో SPBకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అప్పురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు. మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్. $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్టులు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం బడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.
అమెరికాలో నూరి ఫౌండేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో సర్వాంతర్యామి అయిన శ్రీ షిరిడి సాయిబాబా మందిరాన్ని 2001 జూలై 4న బాల్విన్, న్యూయార్క్ లో మార్చ్ 2008 ఇస్లిన్, న్యూజెర్సీలో నిర్మించారు. భక్తుల కోరిక మేరకు ప్రతి ఒక్క ఉపాలయంలోనూ అన్ని సన్నిధులను ప్రతిష్ఠించడం జరిగింది. ఎంతో అనుభవం కలిగిన పూజారులతో కార్యక్రమాలను నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. ఇక్కడ కేవలం పూజలే కాకుండా పిల్లలకు బాల వికాస్, సాంస్కృతిక కార్యక్రమాలు, రక్తదాన శిబిరాలు, అన్నదాన కార్యక్రమాలు మరెన్నో నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. భక్తులందరికీ ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ ఇస్లిన్, న్యూజెర్సీ మందిర్, మోర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.shirdisainj.org. And for New York Mandir information, please visit saimandirus.org.
సర్టిఫైడ్ ప్రెషియస్ స్టోన్ మరియు అన్కట్ డైమండ్ ఆభరణాల అపూర్వమైన కలెక్షన్. బైబ్యాక్ గ్యారంటీతో పాటు జెమ్ స్టోన్ జ్యువెలరీ ఫెస్టివల్ మలబార్ గోల్డెన్ డైమండ్స్ లో